what we're going to do now is we're going to start building our front arch, and the template itself here has the numbers already put on the arch, so we can actually see which brick goes where. But what we're going to do is we're going to place our 2mm packers, or even something like a 20-cent piece if you have it, 4 20-cent pieces under the template here, just so we can raise it up, just so it gives us a little bit of wriggle room to pull out the template as we pull it out, so that it's good to go and doesn't disturb the brickwork that we're doing, because every mill is so accurate. So we've got our granite in there, and it's basically sitting on top. What you can also do is you can cover the granite if you don't want to get any mortar on there as well, which is something we'll probably do in a minute, just so it's all covered and no mortar sits on there. We'll push that hard up against the brickwork there, and then we'll start to build our front arch. So we have the different notches in the top here that are checked out, and we have them all the different numbers of each brick listed on the front template. And so each template will have the numbers, so you can basically build your brickwork as it goes up, so there's no room for error. And if you start to go over a little notch here, it basically means that you're going too far. So every brick should line up perfectly, and there should be a minimum of 2mm gap there to complete your front arch. So just take your time, there's no rush. Build it, get to a certain point, check that everything's correct, and then go from there. I'm just going to put a little bit of material in here just to protect the granite. So what we'll do is we'll take our bases off and put a little piece of cardboard or something just trim to the edge here so it doesn't disturb our brickwork. It can be thin, doesn't have to be too big, and we just place our spaces down here, just on there. And then our template will just literally sit on top, and it should be pretty much the same width as the granite. And line that up, and that's your centerpiece ready to go. Now we can start building our front arch. So what we have is we have our 5 bricks at the front of our arch. As you can see, we have a few different sizes. So these are our straight brick, which are our 75mm straight brick. And we have our 25mm straight brick. And then these are all 230mm long. These are our tapered bricks. So these have a 75mm to 63, and then a 75mm to 51 here. So as you can see by the template here, we're going to go through and build them, and each notch on the template will line up to each brick. This is a 75-51, and this is a 75-63 brick in 50mm, and these are designed for our top flue arch or vent arch here. So these actually are designed to go in the top here, so they line up. So they're exactly the same as these bricks here, just in 50mm, so that gives us our nice natural venting of the oven. So we'll put them in the top there, and you'll see how the front arch goes together. So what we're doing is we're just laying our little bed of mortar here on our slab. This is for our first course of bricks, and what we want to try and do is meet our edge here. So as per the diagram that you have, we just want to do about a 2mm joint here, so we just butter it in, and then we start with our smallest one. That just goes up against you can bang it down either with your hand or with a hammer, not a hammer, or a rubber mallet, so you don't crack the brick. And we just want to wipe that joint there, and gives us a nice even brick. And then the next one, then it's going to put another layer of our mortar on there. Put a bit more on there if you want to, and you can bang it down. And then we just want to find our nice edge of the brick. We just want to lay that here. And any extra mortar you find around the joints, and this should match up Yeah, we'll give them a bit of a wipe as we go. Just make sure that they're nice and clean. As you can see, we're following our little notches here. Make sure that we're on track. So this is the top of the flue arch. So what we're doing is we're using our cut pre-tapered bricks, 51 bricks, and they should meet up perfectly on the joint, as you can see there. We're just putting them in there, just so everything meets up there nice and truly. And then we're going to put the front arch on, and then we put our top on. Yes, all the bricks are numbered, and we've gone through the different sizes so you can see which one is which, and each one should fit perfectly pretty much on there. And then we have our arch complete. Let's give it a wipe down and go for the front. Oops. So this is not. Okay, so what we've done is we've finished our brick arch here, and everything is beautifully numbered and in place there. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for another half an hour or so until we pull our template out, and then we can get in there and clean the inside joints of the bricks as well. Once that's done there, we can start to place our top on. And then what we do is we weatherproof it with some aluminium foil, some really solid barbecue foil to stop the moisture from creeping into the chamber. And then what we're going to do is insulate it and then render it. So that's the next step. So for now, we're just going to finish this. We'll wait half an hour, and then we'll come back and we'll pull the template out, and you'll see the inside of the front arch. So what we've done is we've just pulled the template out.
Start again.
So what we've done is we've just pulled the template out, and mortar joints need to be cleaned. So we'll get in there with a sponge and we'll just clean these mortar joints out here and clean our front, and then we can basically work on our front when we're finished, or our top here, and then we can insert that. For the moment, we'll take that off and we'll get a clean rag and we'll clean everything, and then we've got to finish the complete front. So what we're doing is we're just inserting our top here. We've just made it. And now we're just going to dry fit it to make sure it fits nice and beautifully, which it does. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put some mortar in here, and we're going to finish it by putting it on there for good.